Hey guys, so it's Armsday. This is actually the first Armsday after the patch. So rolls are going to be a little bit different than they normally are. Well, not that different.
Strike,
You know, a little bit.
Okay, I can help with
Titan.
this.
We've got Thesan, FR4. Let's see if any of these are okay. I like life support as a perk. Oiled frame is no good though, and neither is replenish. I also do like the torch scope, but sadly the perks bring it down so far that there's really no point. Injection mold is okay. I'm not sure about that reduced range. But again, torch. I don't know. I don't think picking up a Thesan this week is good. Unless, you know, we happen to have this one. This third one's alright. Army of One is a decent perk, especially for a one-hit kill gun like the Thesan FR4. Hand-laid stock is what you want. I mean, you know, it sucks that the range is gone, but you max out your stability by doing this. You can see that green bar maxes out. And then unflinching is alright. I know some people like Exhumed for trials, but yeah, this is actually an alright Thesan FR4. That's the third roll on the Thesan. Moving right along to the Cocytus. So the Cocytus is a hand cannon, and it recently got an increase to the range stat. Or I think it did. I know most hand cannons got some sort of increase to range, decrease to, I don't know. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But Third Eye, Braced Frame, and Rescue Mag is alright. I don't think it's the best. I think you still want a range perk. Even though they did increase the range, I feel like a range perk is worth doing. And then Third Eye is excellent, of course. Snapshot is alright. If you want to give this one a shot, you could. Sure Shot IS is okay. I mean, none of these are outstanding. If you want to try out your Cocytus, I suppose you can. And Zarinea D. No Head Seeker here. Remember, it's got to have Head Seeker and Counterbalance to be worth picking up the Zarinea D. We have Head Seeker, but no Counterbalance. We do have Hand-laid stock, though. And Rangefinder. You could try this one out if you want to. It's even got the thermal scope. Yeah, you could try this one out if you want to. It might be okay. I feel like Counterbalance is still necessary, even though it got a 10% nerf this past patch, but I mean, yeah, this is an okay roll. Let's see what he's selling real quick. He's selling the Zarinea D, the DIS-43, the JLB-47, the Waifrua D, and the Uzumi RR4. So the first three are okay. The Zarinea D has moved up a little bit, just because the Arminius D has gotten nerfed a little bit. Its time to kill is closer to 0.87 seconds. It's still the best of its archetype, but other mid-impact auto rifles are going to be able to compete a little bit more now. The DIS-43 is always excellent, and the JLB-47, if you still don't have a rocket launcher, is worth picking up.
Keep us safe.
Let's check out those other ones. For the Titan that we just looked at, if you're just joining us, the third roll on the Thesan is pretty good. The hand cannon, the Cocytus, not great. If you're desperate to try out the Cocytus, you can pick one up, but like none of the rolls really stood out. And then the Zarinea D had an okay third roll. If you've been hanging on to it forever and you just want to drop it, then like you can. But I'm still holding out for the Head Seeker Counterbalance roll. I think that's the way to go. In case you're curious, the Zarinea D roll had Rangefinder, Head Seeker, and Braced Frame, so it wasn't bad. It just wasn't, you know, perfect. And really, with Grasp of Malok being able to be farmed this week, it's this week's Nightfall, in case you were not aware. I feel like there's really not much point in picking up a Zarinea D that's not perfect. You might as well just farm for a Grasp of Malok. Really easy to farm, by the way. I was just doing it before Armsday. If you pick up 3 hunters. If you have your hunter and then 2 other hunters and you just do the Nightfall, you do Celestial Nighthawk, you can kill her in just the 3 shots before you get up the hill towards the last part, you know, in the farming spot. Very easy to do. Very easy to get Grasp of Malok this week. Definitely do that, because with the recent auto rifle nerf, I feel like Grasp of Malok is the new thing to have. It was the thing to have before, and because it didn't get nerfed this week, it's still the thing to have. Like, go get a Grasp.
Let's see these guns.
JLB 47. Wow. None of these are really good. You've got to have grenades and horseshoes to have a decent JLB 47. Moving right along, the Suros DIS 43. If you don't want to use a full auto one, perfect balance, counterbalance, reinforced barrel. I hate that that reduces stability, but like, honestly, like, you could just do single point sling and be happy with this roll. This is a great roll. SPO 28. I like SPO 28. Yeah, it's a really solid roll. Let's see, we've also got triple tap. Could be a good PvE roll. Injection mold is okay. Perfect balance is pretty great. Triple tap and SPO 28. This is a decent PvE roll too. Yeah, totally turn in your DIS 43 on one of those. Like, they're selling it again this week, so there's no reason not to. And then spray and play when the mag is empty. Increased range, reduced stability. This one's not great. So pick up rolls 1 or 2. For the DIS 43, PvP is going to be this one, PvE is going to be this one. In the DIS 47, we've got some full autos. Let's check it out. We've got Hammer Forged, full auto, increased range, reduced stability. Not great. We want increased stability. Let's check out the third roll then. We've got SPO 26, increased range. No stability perks on these full auto guns. That's no good. Yeah, I guess we're having to hold on to our DIS 43 for another week.
Keep us safe.
Now let's check out the PDX 45, Arminius D, and the Cocytus. So for the Warlock, I guess you want to pick up a DIS 43. Doesn't matter which one, first or second one would be good. In case you missed it, there was a patch released yesterday. It changed counterbalance. It now reduces horizontal recoil by 80% instead of 90%. So it's a little worse, but it's not. It's still the best perk in its class. You're still almost always going to want to go with counterbalance. The only exception might be the PDX 45. If you have a really strong stability roll in the PDX 45, you could potentially swap it out for full auto or outlaw. I know some of you guys were doing that already, but you could still you could do that now and not feel as bad not having counterbalance. But for the Arminius D, for any auto rifle, counterbalance is still going to be your best bet. The other things were hand cannons got a little bit better and auto rifles got a little bit worse. Specifically, the Arminius D archetype got a little bit worse, and the low range hand cannons got a little bit better. So they're less reliant on those increased range perks.
What do you need?
Arminius D... None of these are good. You gotta have counterbalance. Yeah, even the persistence roll doesn't have anything really great. That's unfortunate. I was hoping they would at least, you know, have a decent Arminius D, but nope, hang on to your Arminius D packages. PDX 45, we've got a rangefinder and a perfect balance roll. Small bore counterbalance. This one's okay. I don't love this one. I feel like it needs a little bit more range than this to be viable. This rodeo, I'm sorry, this is the Arminius D. Here we go. Unflinching, no, it still needs more range. How about roll 3? Roll 3 actually does have rangefinder and hand blade stock, but it reduces that range. Third roll is your best bet if you definitely want to pick up the PDX 45 this week, but I would not. I would totally hang on to it. We're looking at, realistically, the, I guess, SRO 37 fitted stock, rangefinder, and hand-laid stock, but keep the PDX 45 package. You can do better. Cocytus, we've got, ooh, this looks amazing. Firefly, rifled barrel, life support, and torch. Without a stability perk, I wouldn't say definitely pick it up, but if you do like playing PvE a lot, like for the raid, this is actually pretty decent. You do have less need for stability in PvE. You're able to change back pretty quickly. Recenter your reticle is what I'm trying to say. Life support, hand-laid stock, third eye, and flash. So the only thing I don't like is that this isn't torch, but flash is an excellent scope, and life support, hand-laid stock, and third eye are all really good for Crucible. So the second Cocytus roll is very solid for PvP. And if you see, this one's rifled barrel. Yeah, the second roll on the Cocytus is what you want if you like to play PvP. Hold on to PDX 45, hold on to Arminius, cash in DIS 43, cash in, maybe cash in the third Thesan roll. If you missed it, he is selling the Zarinea D, the DIS 43, and the JLB 47, all of which are worth picking up. He's also selling the Weefurua D and the Uzumi RR4, which are no good. Forget those. Alright. Otherwise, have fun farming Grasp of Malok, and definitely hold on to most of those packages, because I don't know. not much this week. Farm Grasp, hold on to packages. Rise of Iron's coming out. I'm hoping it brings new Armsday packages. That would be amazing. And I'll probably have something for you this week about scopes, because I know that was a hot topic last week. Sidebar, DIS 47 had 2 full auto rolls. None of them had good stability, so you want to hang on to your DIS 47. A Grasp of Malok, that's right. If you want the God roll Grasp of Malok, they're saying the Grasp of Malok's best roll is a red dot OAS plus a Outlaw plus hand-laid stock plus they were saying Headseeker. It does fire very quickly, so Headseeker's not a bad roll on the Grasp of Malok at all, but you might also consider Third Eye or Reactive Reload if you don't have a fast reload perk like Outlaw on there. It is totally random what you end up with, so just farm until you find one that's decent. Ultimately, all you really need is a decent scope and the hand-laid stock. If you have those two things, you'll have a good enough Grasp of Malok. Trevor, on this character, I'm a very low light level, but on my main character, I'm 335 on all 3 characters. Alright, I guess that wraps it up for this week. I'm going to go farm for Grasp of Malok. I advise you do the same, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.